The Forgotten Letter. In a quiet town where the houses were old and the streets were lined with tall trees, there lived a young man named Aaron. He was 24 years old and worked at a small bookstore on the corner of the main road. Every day looked almost the same to him. He woke up, walked to work, arranged the books, helped customers, then walked back home. Aaron did not dislike his life, but he felt something missing, something he could not explain. Sometimes, he would look out the window of the bookstore and watch people passing by. Some looked excited. Some looked determined. Some laughed. But Aaron always felt like he was just watching life instead of living it. His parents had passed away when he was only 16. Since then, he had lived alone in the old family house. He kept it neat, but he never changed anything. The furniture was still in the same place his mother had left it. The pictures on the wall were the same ones his father had hung long ago. Aaron felt safe in routine, but deep inside, he wanted change, he just didn't know how to find it. One quiet Sunday afternoon, Aaron decided to clean an old drawer in the study room. He had opened it many times before but never really looked through it. Today felt different. There was a tiny push inside him, a whisper that said, "Look closer. There is something here." Inside the drawer were old documents, faded envelopes, and yellowed papers. Aaron slowly sorted through them. Then his hand stopped. There was a letter. A single envelope, sealed, with his name on it in familiar handwriting. His heart beat faster. He knew that handwriting. It was his father's. Aaron swallowed hard. He sat down slowly, holding the letter with both hands. The seal seemed delicate, as if time itself protected it. After a moment of breathing in and out, he carefully opened it. Inside was a handwritten message. "My dear son, Aaron. If you are reading this, it means time has passed, and you have grown. I want you to know something important. You are stronger than you believe, braver than you realize, and capable of more than you think. Life is not meant to be lived in fear. Do not let routine hold you. Do not let the world pass you by while you stand still. Follow your curiosity. Follow your heart. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Do not be afraid to live. Your mother and I believed in you more than anything. And we always will. Wherever you go, we walk with you. With endless love. Your father." Aaron's eyes filled with tears. He held the letter close to his chest, as if by doing so he could feel his father again. He had always thought his parents left him too soon. He had always felt abandoned by time. But now, reading those words, he understood something. They had believed in him. They wanted him to live, truly live. Aaron sat there for a long time. The house was quiet, but inside his heart, something was waking up. Something warm. Something powerful. He whispered, "I don't want to just watch life anymore." The next morning, Aaron walked to the bookstore as usual, but everything felt different. The world looked brighter. The air felt lighter. People's faces seemed more alive. He smiled at customers. He spoke to people he normally would have avoided. And when he looked out the window, he didn't feel like an outsider anymore. That evening, he closed the shop and stood outside, watching the sunset turn the sky orange and gold. He made a decision. He walked to the local community center and signed up for a writing class. Aaron had always loved books, but he never believed he could write. The letter changed that. His father's words echoed inside him. "You are capable of more than you think." At the class, Aaron met others who also wanted to write, learn, and grow. For the first time in years, he felt excited. He felt alive. Weeks turned into months. Aaron wrote every day. The stories he wrote were filled with emotion, stories of loss, hope, and courage. His instructor read his work carefully one day and said, "Aaron, you have a gift." Aaron smiled. Not because of the compliment, but because he finally believed it. 1 year later, Aaron published his first small book. It was a collection of short stories about finding strength in unexpected places. The title? The Forgotten Letter. It was dedicated to his parents. People who read it wrote to him. They said his stories made them feel understood, encouraged, seen. Aaron realized he was no longer just watching life. He was part of it. He was touching others' hearts, just as his father had touched his. And every night, before going to sleep, Aaron placed the letter on his bedside table. Not because he needed to read it again, but because it reminded him of the truth. Love can guide a person even long after the voice has gone. Sometimes, one letter is enough to change everything.